on orange, the team that has gotten South America's first international land victories. We saw their first on the B stream yesterday. Let's see if we can get their third here today. That one's going to be sent away by AJ. They have a very difficult task ahead of them, though, Dazarin, going up against this Rogue team. They get the upper hand early. This shot misses. That one's going to be deflected away. But the way Rogue have been playing this summer, for the most part, they have been a very tough out in a lot of tournaments.
Rogue definitely have looked good. We've seen them time and time again step up when they need to. Fortunately for them, their first game of the day against Mouse Sports, they weren't able to close it out and went all 5. And now they have to face Lotus. Hopefully they get something to make them get back into this one, but they had to wait a little bit. Renan is going to go score the first goal of this one.
Going against the momentum of the ball, able to bring that back to the center. Renan from Firefox gets things rolling for the South American squad, and Firefox was huge on day one. We saw them in their first series against Afterthought, and he lit up the scoreboard all series long. Renan is going to take over for Lotus.
Very interesting touches coming out of here from Rogue on this defensive play. AJ with a clear in the open space, and Wonder, it looks like he's trying to chase someone down. He completely removes himself from the net, and that's going to be another goal here from Lotus. They are opening up the scoreline.
So things going from bad to worse for Rogue at the outset of this lower bracket series. It'll be Firefox trying to time that one up. Renan is not going to have a lot of support. Wonder has all day to play this, but Renan played it right behind him, and that will slow down Rogue some more.
Rogue already to a slow start here. Has to speed things up, has to get on the level of Sam. We know that they're a fast-paced team. Look at the save on the goal line from Habercamper. No shot coming through right now on the Lotus defense.
AJ all the way across for Wonder, intercepted by Habercamper. Nobody's back, and Habercamper scores.
That's the name of the game so far for Rogue defense. No one back, and just poor challenge this time again from Wonder, and that ball will go all the way into the net. He has to be there to make that stop, because you, again, last line of defense there, you might want to play that aggressive offense, but these are the things that you need to do, otherwise your team's going to be punished every time.
Rogue's heads collectively have to be spinning right now, watching Lotus do whatever they want on the offensive end of the field. That goes by AJ. Firefox, if he was able to get onto that ball before it got to the wall, he would have had an open net to shoot at. They are moving quickly downfield. Here's Habercamper. Needs a second touch, or he needs Renan. That will settle as well. A hat trick for Renan.
And Renan, again, starting this one off with the hat trick. Habercamper off the backboard. No one able to make a touch on defense. Wonder and AJ completely useless on the play.
This has not turned out as expected, to say the least. And they're doing this while Firefox is yet to score a goal. Krenovi for Wonder. And we have not seen him score a goal so far today. At least on this stream. This will be Renan. Krenovi having a tough time getting out of the zone. He does win that challenge, but he doesn't do it with possession for Rogue. That challenge from AJ might help things, as Wonder's second touch gives Krenovi an opportunity, and Firefox is going to be called on to clear this out.
Firefox stealing boost out in front of Rogue spot. He takes both their corner boosts as the ball is moving back and forth into their own end. Rogue probably starved at this point, and Lotus looking to strike again.
Firefox trying to get the flip reset and get around a defender. It has not worked, but they are still on the offensive end, and Krenovi had to just watch this and hope that it didn't find the mark. Another ball downfield is going to be off target, but right now Lotus are really taking the fight after Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue has to figure out how to get back into this one. Wonder, infield pass to AJ. He's got a lot of room to be able to clear this ball.
Well, that catches the
get it in
deflection.
front of the net.
Rogue might have needed just a lucky break to go their way, and they haven't even been afforded that.
Rogue, again, on the midfield line, trying to see if they can set up some consistent offense, but a double tap from Firefox is going to go in. Lotus, big goal here. They are in complete control of this game.
Rogue does not get a lucky break. Firefox puts himself in position to create his own luck. 62 seconds remain in a game that can't end soon enough for Rogue. They have got to be absolutely stunned at how this game has turned out. Lotus are determined to stay alive in this tournament and make their way on to day 3. They've got a long way to go even after this series, but they are off to a white-hot start.
Look at how well they're playing, too. The moves down the field so fast. You see Rogue on the transition. They really are struggling when it comes to just clearing this out and setting up any offense. I feel like they want to play fast as well, but they're putting themselves out of position way too often.
Abercamper will drop one down for Renan. How will he score this time? He will not. AJ stopped him. But Haberkamper almost threaded the needle between Wonder and the edge of the goal. Chance for Rogue to avoid the shutout. It would be a small consolation, and they will not even get that. Firefox will send this away, and that should do it.
Lotus, strong opening here in game number 1. 9 shots on Renan alone, as he did get the hat trick, but these guys have definitely opened up the score. Rogue playing too slow. They have to step this up.
I did not realize it was that bad. 17 shots for Lotus. You don't see 17 very often. Like, I think the rival series record might be 20-something. But, boy, when you drop 17 on an opponent in regulation, that is incredible. One team showed up to game 1. Rogue are off getting coffee somewhere. They need to wake up because their tournament life is on the line.
Yeah, they got outshot by 10 shots, 17-7 on that game. And again, it looked really tough for Rogue. It looked really rough. A 5-0 start, not something you need here. They got to get things back into their own hands if they want to get back into this game. I mean, got beat out in midfield a lot. 3 of those goals were scored from someone being out of position or having a bad third-man decision. They really got opened up in this game by the score, and they have a lot of adjustments to make.
By the way, confirm the team record for shots of the game is 20. Pretty sure that game went to overtime when it happened in the rival series. So, yeah, 17. That's a pretty good number for Lotus, and they're going to look to expand on it even more after a 5-0 shutout in game 1. Grenoble to start things off for Rogue, and more of the same. This ball's headed right back into their zone. A chance for Firefox, but he is denied. Grenoble looking for Rogue's first goal. Not finding one there. And back and forth the teams will go. Firefox just over the bar. And Renan had a tough time getting turned around, so he wasn't able to add to the play. Now he is, and AJ has to put that one over to the back wall. Another chance. That's saved in front by Grenoble. This is incredible. Of course they were going to score. It was inevitable.
Shot after shot after shot from Lotus. All Rogue could do was get on the goal line, wait for the next one. Get on the goal line again, wait for the next one. There was no way they could get a clear, and they just kept getting played around until they finally found a hole in the net. Lotus will strike first.
Oh, missed opportunity there from Renan. One of the few things he has not done perfectly. Wonder, trying to get a flip reset. Never cashed it in. Now AJ. That's going to be sent away by Firefox, who's getting it done on both ends. That goes over Grenoble, but AJ will dunk this back into the zone, and at least that gives Rogue time to get back and try to start another counterattack, which they will. AJ finally breaks the scoreless drought.
Yeah, I believe that was a 6-0 run. Now AJ finally finds a hole in the Rogue defense. A little too aggressive, and they got punished for it. That might be something Rogue can try to look into and see if they can force Lotus to be in a tough spot, get a strong clear, and win off the counterattack.
A streak of 6 goals for Lotus that lasted 6 minutes and 9 seconds. But Rogue is about to add another. It is AJ with another banger.
AJ comes alive with this shot. This is exactly what Rogue need. A beautiful shot, bar down, and Renan, he can only hope to help that ball go in. AJ is the member of Rogue that when he starts popping off, the rest of the team needs to follow suit, because that's where they really shine.
Wonder looking for his first on the day, but he is denied. Now Haberkamper rushing downfield. He's got Renan all the way across, who does not opt for Firefox. He tried to take the shot himself. Firefox stopped by Kronovi, but he gets a piece of Haberkamper, so that slows down Lotus. And now Rogue can try to settle in here, but have to feel like they need at least one more to feel really comfortable.
I agree. They do need one more. Look at how Lotus right now, they're all down by 1, but they're still playing just as aggressive. For Rogue to really start to get comfortable, a 2-goal lead is going to be almost unnecessary for them. Otherwise, they're going to be still playing on the back foot, a lot of pressure, and Lotus knows this ball game's in their hands. They have all the confidence from game 1. They're looking to make something happen. Ball down in front. Haberkamper with the shot. Just like that, the fragile lead is gone as Lotus scored.
Haberkamper's second goal of the series. It comes on a miss from AJ, and he was just back into the play after a demo on him just a moment ago. All knotted up with 2:42 to go. We have a game on our hands, folks, and Lotus leads the series. Renan blocked by Kronovi, and he does come away with possession. He does not come away with a modicum of boost, however, so he's got to rush back. And Lotus can try to break out again if they can get this ball away from Wonder and Kronovi. And AJ is waiting as well. Kronovi takes out Renan, so Rogue should be on the offensive end for a little while longer.
Problem with Rogue right now is they're low on boost. Kronovi had to go all the way back to get some. AJ had to grab some. We see Wonder rotating out to get the mid. He's going to be needed now as Firefox is looking to push this downfield.
Popped up. Firefox is going to have to collect boost and deal with an oncoming attack, you would think. AJ gets one dunk. Haberkamper pops this in the air for Renan. Good team defense in the middle of the field for Lotus as they fended off yet another attack for the time being. We knew they were going to get Rogue's best shot eventually. Now they're getting it, and Lotus are handling this. They are not panicking. There aren't many double commits. They are not too spread out around the net. And Renan will have this ball away only for a moment. They do need to at least prevent being boost starved. Kronovi centers another. Wonder is there. Still cannot score today.
Lotus comfortable in their own half, especially after tying up the game here. Kronovi and the rest of Rogue pushing downfield. Need to see more from them, especially with Wonder. If he gets more involved and starts putting some shots on target, that could definitely throw off Lotus. There's one, and that's almost in. It is in! Wonder able to give Rogue the lead.
Wonder hasn't scored. Wonder hasn't scored. Oh, look. Wonder has scored. It did happen. It caught a deflection, it looked like, off a defender on its way in. But you'll take it any way you can get it. This breaks the tie, and Rogue is back in front with 53 to go. Did Kronovi get to this in time? No. Haberkamper wins the race. And AJ is forced into a difficult position trying to control this ball, and he's made quite a bit of it. Final 30 seconds. Haberkamper will roll this away. Renan tried to slow things up against AJ, who is so quick to the ball no matter where it is. This is a chance, though. Renan against Wonder. It just falls in!
Renan doesn't even need to touch this as Firefox The pinch is high, off the ceiling. No one has a read on it, but both felt like they needed to get up to make a touch. The double whiff pays off big for Lotus, tying it up with 23 seconds left. It's been an odd sequence of goals here in this game.
Wonder was reading that the whole way. AJ up for Kronovi, and Renan makes the save. AJ will float another one up for Wonder. But he can't get a shot off. So now with 7 seconds left, Wonder, he's got his sights set. So too does Kronovi. It's a floater that's set away. Kronovi one more time, and it's going to go to OT.
This could very well be settled off the kickoff here, depending on who maintains control of the ball. Firefox uses a lot of boost to get there, and Wonder and the rest of Rogue can start setting up an attack. Oh.
What a save by Haberkamper. AJ was right in his grill. He makes the save, and now Renan, he's going to look for the boom on Wonder.
Renan!
It goes in!
Renan, absolute monster on the ball, picks this one up, says, let me go ahead and bump you out the way, Wonder. AJ doesn't have the read. It goes in. And with that, Lotus should be putting Rogue on match point.
This is incredible. Lotus was a ton of fun to watch yesterday on the B stream when we saw them. They are a lot of fun to watch now because things are rolling for them. Up 2-0 in a best of 5. 1 win away, Dazarin, from making day 3.
This is tough. For Rogue especially. They're down in this series. Wonder hasn't been playing as good as we used to see. He's been really the main cause, or he's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time for Rogue, where he's just not able to step up in terms of being that good third man on the plays. And it's not looking good for them. They have to do this as a team if they want to have a chance here, because Lotus, they play around them. They can go down by 1 goal, but we talked about it earlier. 1 goal deficit against Lotus is not enough. They need more.
28 shots, the total in this series. That game, much more evenly matched. But that brilliant goal we saw from Renan, great heads-up play as he decided to go full bore for the bump and got it. And it has Lotus 5 minutes away. Not from making day 3, sorry, from getting to within 1 match of day 3. I'm kind of caught up in yesterday where all of our matches in the lower bracket were qualifying matches. So I got a little ahead of myself, but either way, it is hard not to be excited for this Lotus squad. And Kronovi will start things off, giving way to Firefox. Now we'll see what AJ has in store. That's a good save by Firefox. More importantly, he may get possession. Kronovi's there first, though, and this is cleared away.
It's important for Rogue to start this game off on the right foot. Making sure that they can stop Lotus in the offensive half is going to be really big on this one, especially with the momentum Lotus has. If they can shut them down effectively, they might be able to turn this series around.
It is Haberkamper playing one that's going to drop straight down. It dropped right in front of Wonder, and I think it kind of surprised him that it got there. And this will be played further downfield. Kronovi take it out of the play, though, so he will respawn now, and it is Wonder that has to play it over to AJ. That shot's coming in. Kronovi, full reign to take care of it. Offense a lot slower in this game. It has slowed down significantly over time for Lotus, but they have still managed 9 goals in the first 2 games.
Lotus look to continue to keep up that offense as well. I don't see them stopping anytime soon unless we see a major change from Rogue. What happens here? 2 members don't touch the ball, and Renan has the entire net to shoot at.
He does. He waits, and then bang, picks his spot. Brilliant stuff from Renan, and that is his 5th goal of this series. Now Wonder. He was looking for Kronovi. Renan has intercepted because the ball got too far away from him. And Renan will take this too. Renan is just taking every touch that Rogue makes. and bending it to his own will. Another chance for Renan. He scores again.
And we might just see something we haven't yet. Renan coming alive to score the second goal here for Lotus. Lotus they're just like a train. They keep going. They keep going.
What a pickup this was for Lotus to get Renan. Here's Grenovi. He's still got a lot in the tank. Wonder has that ball right onto his hood, and Rogue is back in it.
A necessary answer here from Rogue. Grenovi, beautiful touch to send this down in front, and Wonder has the easiest shot of his life. Excellent effort from Grenovi.
Still down 1 with 3:07 to go. But do not start writing the eulogy of Rogue just yet. AJ almost tied it. Wonder almost found the angle he needed, but Firefox saved it away. Another chance for Grenovi. Rogue have caught their second wind, and Haberkamper bats this all the way downfield. It is right back to him, but he missed it.
It seems like Rogue, they have to be aggressive here on the ball. They cannot afford to do these light challenges or wait for Lotus to make a play. Lotus have been playing around them all day. They have to force the issue.
AJ with a drive is going to go way off to the corner. That is intercepted by Grenovi. Nobody to run onto it. Somebody is there to run onto this. It is Haberkamper whose shot is saved by AJ. Wonder needs to get to this, and he does, but it's going right to Renan, who's been the Grim Reaper so far in this series. Haberkamper out to Firefox, and loose in front, but Wonder will control it. He's got a shot that will tie the game.
That's exactly what we need to see from Wonder on the play, too. He gets this one, plays it slow, the dribble over. Although Grenovi misses the touch, Wonder follows the ball, able to put a lot of power on that shot to tie it up.
Two minutes remain in a must-win game for Rogue. Firefox is going to lose possession. Here comes Rogue again. Wonder, who has come alive in this series, trying to set the table, and it's cleared away by Firefox.
Firefox, a monster on the defensive end. And I love what I'm seeing here from Rogue, but at the same time, Lotus are looming. They're threatening right now, keeping a possession. Haberkamper putting no boost on the ball. It'll drop in front, and it will be saved out.
Haberkamper just trying to collect pennies on the way back. He could not get back in time, and Wonder makes him pay for it.
Counterattack here from Rogue. Wonder up in time. Like you said, Haberkamper, he's going supersonic. He can't go too much faster. He gets caught out. Rogue take the lead, but we've talked about it before. These one-goal leads are fragile.
We have seen now, we saw 5 full games earlier on stream from Rogue. Wonder had not scored. He has scored 4 in this series, and he is carrying Rogue back into this series. Big drive from Renan has missed the mark. Follow-up, though, from Firefox is denied by Grenovi. Renan is all the way over. He cannot save this, so he does get a piece as it comes off the back wall. Grenovi over to Firefox, who's waiting, but he missed that ball. It seems like, Dazarin, Rogue have tamed Lotus at the very least, as AJ will get downfield, look for the killing blow in Game 3, but it is sent away.
Wouldn't count Lotus out just yet. 30 seconds remaining. Wonder the shot on, but it'll go off to the side. Lotus doing everything they can to keep this ball in. A good save from Renan down in front. They are being choked in their own end. Haberkamper in the air. Will he find the double? He will, but it's off target. 12 seconds left in this one. Lotus need a goal, otherwise this Game 3 will go to Rogue.
Miscommunication there. They're starting to panic in the closing seconds, and Rogue have killed this one off. Similar to what they did to stay alive against Mouse Sports earlier. They did not win that series, but they have stayed alive here to force Game 4.
They did stay alive. They put in a lot of good work there on the transitions. I mean, Wonder, he scored all 3 of those goals. He definitely stepped up for the team. more of those catching Lotus off position plays, because that was kind of the recipe of success. Lotus got caught doing the same thing. They ended up giving them the advantage of the series against versus Rogue. Rogue were pushed too far forward, Lotus punished. Now it's vice versa here, and it's the only reason Rogue are still in this game. Lotus still putting on a good offensive showing. Renan with 2 goals early on in that game. He's still feeling it. They just need to be able to get past the Rogue defense and set up their own offense more.
Yeah, Renan has still been on fire in this series. They did tame Lotus a little bit, did Rogue, but they haven't stopped Renan, who has just had his way so far in this lower bracket first round matchup. There is still a long road ahead for Rogue, and while Wonder getting going is great, this team is at their best as when AJ is doing AJ things. We haven't seen many AJ things all weekend yet, but that's the key word, Daz. Yet.
Yeah, that is the key word. AJ does have his moments. And for me, I said it time and time again, the team needs to be on the same page. That's when Rogue really starts to shine. When Quinovi, AJ, and Rogue, when Wonder are all on the same page, Rogue, they become a team that's really hard to stop. It's been pretty much sparks of life here and there for a few players. But once they get comfortable and get together, that's when they start to show the world what they can do.
Off the post and out, and here goes Firefox. He's got an open net, and he scores 16 seconds in.
Here from Firefox, a win over 1. Rogue too far forward. No one able to stop this one on the counterattack, and Firefox will give Lotus their first goal.
So the goal is set now for Rogue. They need an answer in the next 4.5 minutes. Renan out in front for Firefox. He gives up to Haberkamper, and Haber's shot is saved by Wonder. Wonder got a piece of Firefox there, and that disrupted what could have been another goal, really, for Lotus. Firefox will have another chance, though. Angling down for Haberkamper. They're not out of the woods just yet. Renan's bringing it right back in. Double touch on the way. That's going to be way high. And Haberkamper will not be able to follow this up in time.
Firefox last man back. He gets B, but a save coming out from Renan. He is able to rotate back in time. Lotus have to worry now. It looks like the pace of the game is changing in Rogue's favor. I say that. Firefox in the air. Will he find a double? He does. It's on target. The shot from Haberkamper blocked by Quinovi. Offense still going here for Lotus, but they can't score just yet. This ball will go into their own end.
That is an opportunity they're going to look back at if they do not close this series out and wonder what might have been. AJ. He still has control, but it's taken away from him. Here's Renan again, and AJ falling off the crossbar still makes the save. Another opportunity that's going to go underneath the defender. This game is tied. Quinovi has scored his first goal of the series.
Jumps at this one in midfield. Quinovi, if there's anyone who has an awareness of the field, it's got to be him. Sees the opportunity where Lotus look shaky, and he punishes them for it. Great equalizer. Rogue tie it up.
Renan for Firefox. On target, but Quinovi is in front of the target. AJ has this ball, and he has enough possession to get to across the center line, but that's about it. Firefox again. Does he have any support? It's Renan, but it's also AJ, who makes yet another stop. Rogue have picked it up significantly, but not enough. Firefox blows one right by Quinovi.
Immediately going up to this ball. Backflip from Wonder. He can't challenge. Quinovi on his way back in that case, and he can't do anything about it as well. Quality shot chance for Lotus, and that's a big goal for them.
Firefox started this series with a couple of assists, a stark contrast to what we saw yesterday when he was a scoring machine. Since then, he's added 5 goals of his own. Haberkamper deflects this away, and Renan will take over. Renan taking over. That's been the theme for Lotus. That's all he's done in this series. And he's looking to set the table this time, but the ball will be sent away. Wonder, big drive! Oh!
Wonder, midfield banger here on the play. It's off a transition. Krenovi, extra effort to give him that ball, and he uses all the strength of the dominance behind that shot. Great goal for Wonder.
Over 80 miles per hour, a blistering shot that whistles into the net. Now it's Haberkamper trying to get it back for Lotus. They are under fire now. Rogue have shown up to this series. Krenovi, that's not the cleanest touch. Firefox for Haberkamper, but Wonder's going to get back in time. Now Renan. That's a clever play, but it will find AJ on the defense. Krenovi now has Firefox shadowing him. Haberkamper's all the way back. He's going to be called on to deal with this, but he hasn't dealt with it, so Firefox has to instead. And look how quickly Lotus gets downfield.
Instant touch into backboard, and somebody, I believe it was Haberkamper, got up to try to go for a shot there. He was blocked out. Lotus on the transition. Every member is waiting for an opportunity, and they are not letting it slip by. The defensive Rogue, though, is strong at this point. They've worked hard to get to this point. A minute remaining. They're looking to take the lead. AJ! That's the shot we want to see. Krenovi, another one. Wonder, they're stopped in front. You cannot get past Renan. Lotus will hold them to 2.
What was that, 2 or 3 neutral challenges? The ball didn't go anywhere. It just stayed there. Another ball downfield that's going to be sent away by Firefox. And now Lotus can break out, but that double commit is not going to help matters any. Haberkamper around Krenovi, just off the mark, and that will go way to the left.
Rogue in their own corner. AJ, solo play. That one will cut in midfield. That's a good effort from Wonder to get there fast. You see Lotus not expecting it. Renan, no boost as Wonder could possibly score here. Last 10 seconds. Lotus will be able to clear it out. They were looking for a goal, but the ball's in midfield. We could see OT.
And we will. 2-2 into overtime. The next goal has to come from Rogue to prolong this series to another 5th game. But it may well come from Lotus right here. Firefox forced his way through. Haberkamper knocks off Rogue.
Haberkamper, the one to close out the series. It's a great challenge, though, from Firefox. And Haberkamper, right place. Krenovi can't get there. And Rogue's tournament ends here. Lotus will move on.
The Portuguese word for victory, vitória. And it is Vitória for Lotus.